James Comey back on Capitol Hill today after telling lawmakers over a week ago he didn't know, couldn't remember, or was unable to recall a staggering 245 times. The former FBI director very combative afterwards, taking shots at the president, Republicans, and Fox News.
What?
Another day of Hillary Clinton's emails and the Steele dossier. This while the President of the United States is lying about the FBI, attacking the FBI, and attacking the rule of law in this country. At some point, someone has to stand up and in the face of fear of Fox News, fear of their base, fear of mean tweets, stand up for the values of this country and not slink away into retirement. The FBI's reputation has taken a big hit because the President of the United States, with his acolytes, has lied about it constantly. And in the face of those lies, a whole lot of good people who watch your network believe that nonsense.
I think Comey's Boy Scout image, squeaky clean, I'm not really feeling it anymore, Greg. He seems cynical and jaded and hyper-partisan to me.
You know, he hurt my feelings because I'm sad that he's scared of me. I mean, but, you know, the fact is, this is a charade of honesty, right? He said he was unable to recall something like 250 times. Before, he always talks about how he's willing to go there and willing to talk, but then when he sits down, he says nothing. He's like the guy that says, sure, I'll come over and help you move, but then when he gets there, all he does is drink the beer and then eat the pizza that you paid for, but doesn't lift a finger. He keeps talking about how honest he is, but he deals in mean tweets. He deals in platitudes. He deals in attack as he thinks he's a Boy Scout, but he's more like just a disgruntled pit bull.
He also, Jedediah, talks about how the president's trying to destroy the reputation of the FBI. You know, the president feels like the FBI has wronged him, and there's been a lot of bad apples at the FBI that have resigned, been demoted, gotten in trouble for, you know, lying and doing all sorts of really inappropriate things.
Yeah.
So it's not all on the president. They've kind of, you know, dug their own grave to some extent.
This is the guy who withheld information from the FISA court, exonerated Hillary Clinton before he even interviewed her or her aides. He's a joke. I mean, he's the only person that I've seen up there that has less self-awareness than Hillary Clinton. He just has no sense that he comes off so antagonistic, takes no responsibility. The fact that when somebody asked him a question about the FBI, about whether he felt at all responsible for its reputation going south, and he just came flat out, nope, not me, immediately shifted blame to the president. It's outrageous. And also think about it. If a private citizen went into one of these forums and had to answer these questions and gave 200 plus versions of I don't know and I don't recall when they were involved in two enormous scandals under their role as leadership, that wouldn't fly. I don't understand how he gets away with just saying he doesn't remember and doesn't have to provide some answers as to why he withheld all this information with respect to the dossier, the fact that it was unverified, the fact that it was funded by the Hillary campaign. I mean, there's numerous questions that he's on the line for, and I think it's really interesting that he chooses to instead sound like he's running for president on the Democratic ticket and not provide adequate answers to people who have legitimate concerns.
And Juan, I really dislike how he went after Fox News. How dare he attack the First Amendment in this country?
Yeah, gee, I don't think anybody on Fox News pushes any of the president's agenda.
We know your agenda, Juan.
Oh, yeah. How about the truth? And here's the thing about what you guys are going after Comey, as if Comey is the villain in this story. I guess that means Trump is your hero. But to me, Comey is on target when he says they've been going after the FBI. They've been President Trump, diminishes the FBI because he doesn't like what they've had to say. He also diminishes CIA, diminishes anybody who doesn't agree with President Trump.
Duh. So you just learned this? That he criticizes people?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, the FBI used to be Republicans stood up
He's an
for
equal
law and
opportunity
order.
criticizer.
No, I'm just saying.
We get it.
But why, and this is the second part of what Comey did today, he said the entire Republican establishment, both in the Senate and the House, have just basically laid down for Trump. It's become not the Republican Party, the party of Trump. And Jim Comey says, hey, you need to stand up. That's why he said what he said about Fox News.
I think he would have said the same. If we had a Rubio in the White House, you'd be saying, it's the party of Rubio. Because the media and the Democrats would have focused and said hateful things about Rubio for 2 years because he's so pro-life.
President Bush had a tough time with the media. President Bush had a tough time with fellow Republicans at the time. Nobody said it was a party.
President Obama had a real tough time with the media, right? Well,
right now, there's a movie out.
I think he called them.
There's a movie out on Dick Cheney right now that is supposed to rip him to shreds and did a terrible job because they didn't rip him to shreds enough. So that tells you that no matter who you are, as long as you're a Republican, the media, pop culture, Democrats are going to hate your guts.
All right, tie it up for us, Dana.
Okay, so Juan mentions Comey mentions the Republicans who aren't speaking out and saying that the president is wrong. But what Democrats on the Hill actually said that Hillary was wrong about Benghazi? Or which Democrats came out and said that having a private email server was wrong? Basically, you defend your team. They say you're on a team. That's the way it is.
I think lots of people had trouble with that email server.
Well, but they didn't say anything. But they all said it was no big deal.
That's what they said. That's fair.
No big deal,
That's
right?
fair.
So the other thing is that President Trump's nominee and FBI director, Christopher Wray, you never see him. He doesn't do media. He's just doing his job. And I think that he commands respect for that.
He's a handsome fellow, too.
Indeed.
All right.